Hello my little storm clouds, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new here. Today I'm going to show you how to make the 70s style conversation pits. If you don't know what a conversation pit is, it's basically a lowered area in a living area normally, and there is normally a sofa or something along those lines within that little sunken area, and it was a very big thing in the 70s. I will say before going into this, you will need bb.move objects turned on for this. That is the only cheat you will need. And I am going to be using Dream Home Decorator for this, but it can be done without Dream Home Decorator if you don't have it. But if you want a rounded one like this, you will need Dream Home Decorator to get those rounded corners. And if you are thinking of purchasing Dream Home Decorator or any other packs, don't forget you can use my code STORM at checkout. It is not a discount code, but it helps me out massively. I get a small commission every time somebody uses my code. You can use it on the EA app or the Sims website, and it can be used on any pack or any bundle excluding the build your own bundle. And thank you if you do decide to use my code or any other creators code, as it is a massive help for us creators. Anyway, let's get on with the tutorial. I'm going to show you how I've done this rounded one first, and then I'll show you that you can do it with a normal couch also. So I'm using the smallest rounded room for this because the rounded rooms are fairly large. So that's just found in the wall section, and when it comes out it will look something like this when you place it down. And what I like to do is remove the straight walls just so I can see what's going on, and then I'm going to pull in this one side. You can pull in both sides if you want it fully round. There is a few little problems with it being fully round to do with the stairs placement, so I prefer to do it more of an oval shape like this. So I'm going to just copy this, pop you there, and drag this one out one so it is a little bit longer than on one side. And then the room I've copied I'm going to place like this. And then click this, click the copy again, and just flip that over. Now I'm going to go in with the sledgehammer tool, and I'm just going to click on the walls and delete all of the walls. So now we're just left with this. Obviously this would normally be inside a house, so the roof wouldn't just be floating in the middle of the place. But now click on that room, and we're going to use the lower platform tool. Make sure you're using the platform tool and not this. This is the foundation tool and will raise the whole foundation, whereas the platform tool is just going to do that room that you have selected. And I'm going to go down twice. Obviously you can do this lower or you can do this higher if you want. It just depends on the sort of look that you want. I'm going to add my set of stairs, and this is why I've done it longer, because if you place it on a shorter edge, it will place to one side of it. So I don't quite like the look of that, so I'm going to place it in the center right here. I'm also just going to pin in here too. So now we want to use the sectional sofas that I found from Dream Home Decorator if you're doing this rounded version here. And I didn't realize a lot of people did not know that there is sectional sofas in here with different pieces. I don't know if it's just because I'm just used to building a lot, but not everyone knows, and that's fine. What you want to make sure to do is to check here down in the bottom left that auto surface is turned off. If it's turned on, you just click on it and it will switch it off. So now you want to find the Dream Home Decorator couches. There is two different ones. I really wish there was more options because this is the only sectional we have currently, and I'm going to go in with the tufted one, but like I said, there is this one also. And all you're going to do is click where the color swatches are, and yours might look like this, but all you do is click that toggle wheel and then this appears, and you'll see you'll get this large wedge option. We have flat options, we have armless, got a single chair in here. So if you didn't know that, you do now, and it is a game changer for this sofa. It is amazing. So I'm going to grab the large wedge, and what I'm going to do is place it all the way back here, and I'm going to do the same on the other side. If you're wondering how I rotate without placing first, on my keyboard it's the greater than and less sign, or a comma and full stop sign. Oh, sorry, I think you call it a period in the US, but it's a full stop here. Yeah, so you just click them and that rotates it for you. I'm also going to do the same here. You can see there is a little bit of gap around the edge. The reason for this is because if you place it like right up, it goes into the wall like this, and you can see it sticking through, and doing free placement is a nightmare if you want to place something between that. So you can do it that far back if you want. I just personally prefer this, and what I do to hide this little bit around the outside is add a platform trim, which also gets rid of this horrible grey colour. Again, a lot of people don't know where platform trims are, so if you go where like the wall section is here, if you go down to the bottom, there's platform trims, and here you'll get loads of options. So some of the options, for example the Painted Perfection, which I use a lot, this doesn't have a big thick trim, so it will just be the same size as that grey that's on there. Whereas if you went to something like this, you can see it brings in those edges. So just find a colour you like. I'm using this one from Get Famous because it's a bit more of a warmer colour, which is what I want for this, because I feel like that warm wood was very 70s. With the sectional set, I'm going to grab the armless bit, and you'll see two won't actually fit in here. So my little tip for this is, because it's really difficult to get it exactly right, if you wanted it to be like this, you're going to have a big gap around the edge, and this looks fine. You could actually place something around here if you wanted. Again, it's totally optional. This is sort of like the easier way of doing it, and just placing something around this area to make it look a bit more cozy in there. But I'm going to show you the way that I have it over here with these little tables between, because I feel like this was very common as well, having these little table sections. So I'm just going to pop this to the side next to that so it lines up. And the item I'm using here isn't actually a table, but you can use a table. This is actually a stool, so Sims can still actually sit on the front one of this. And all I'm doing is lining it up to the front like that, and then placing one behind it, and I'm alt placing this so it's right next to it. And it just gives an illusion of a little side table, and I'm placing it in all of those gaps. I feel like this may be the easy way than having to place something all the way around the back, and I feel like it does look quite nice having those little side table options. And optionally as well, with the stairs, you could have it so they're going right in like this if you want. That is just a design preference with that. But that is how I did the rounded conversation pit. So now I'm going to show you how to do a normal one using normal sofas. So now I'm going to show you how to just do a squared off one using normal sofas if you don't have Dream Home Decorator. This is the basically easier version of one. So I'm just going to draw a room. Bring the room of that platform down twice again. Again, you can do it at different heights. I just really like twice while it's sticking up slightly, but not too much. Again, if you don't like the rounded option, you can still use the sectional sofa because there is corner pieces. So I'm just going to show you that before I show you a normal sofa. So you just use the corner sections like this. So I know that's a little bit different. This one's got an arm, this one doesn't. I just want to show you can use the different options with the sectional sofa. Obviously paint the same as usual, and this one you don't have to do the thick platform trim. That would actually stick through the couches, so you don't want to use a thick platform trim. But let's show you just doing this with normal sofas, and like I said, you can do this any size you want. Super simple with normal sofas. You could just do it so you have like couches next to each other, something like this, or you could just do the fake corner sofa trick. This will work better with specific sofas. I'm trying to remember which ones I know that work. The quite squared off one works. This base game one tends to work. All you do is you need it right up against the edge like this, and then you just place another one and free place that, and you can just adjust like this, and you'll get a sort of corner sofa or L-shaped sofa. And this section here is now not functional, but this portion of the sofa is functional, and you can do this so it goes all the way around. I have to adjust this back one a little bit to get it exactly right. And you could have it like this, so it like comes further down, and cover this up with cushions because we do have the cushions in the game. So I'm just going to grab this pillow, which is from one of the events, and you can just raise it up. Not like picked any specific colours or anything, just to cover any like mess in that corner. You could must do it better than I am. I'm just showing you quickly. You could have a little bit more fun with it, and you'd do the same on this side also. So this is the chunkier platform trims, and it does go into the back of the sofa. It doesn't look too bad on this sofa because it doesn't stick all the way through. On some sofas it does, so bear that in mind. But there is stuff like the knock on wood platform, which is really skinny. It's actually quite nice when it fills it in though, so maybe something like this is better. By the way, I know this does not look good. I'm just doing this quickly to show you that you can do it. You can choose whatever designs you would like for it. But that is pretty much it for this video. Don't forget you can use code STORM at checkout, and it helps me out massively. But if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, please subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!